here at the Hobby Collab. We've got another Hobby Hang. Zach here, joined by Meg.
Classic matchup.
And we do want to remind peeps, if you're watching for the first time and you haven't already, please do give us a like, give us a subscribe, and if you're extra brave, give us an alert. Turn on alerts for us if you're extra brave. So listen, today we want to talk Spearhead a little bit. We're excited about this new mode of play. But we like to be honest with our fans, and I would say more than excited, we're optimistic and we're curious.
We're Spearhead curious.
we're Spearhead curious. It's cool that it's coming in the box with the new rules. You get your own book. We'll look at actually what it comes with here in a minute. Actually, let's look at what it comes with right now. So just jumping right in here. It's us. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Spearhead's kind of interesting. A complete second game mode in a box.
Yeah.
In the same box as the first game mode. Interesting decision. Now, why people are so curious and suspicious, Meg, of Spearhead, I can tell you, is because many people, fans of Warhammer 40,000, feel that the Combat Patrol was not amazing.
Oh, okay.
The main criticism...
I was going to ask, what don't they like about it?
The main criticism, and I can tell you, Tuesday we have our weekly meetings. Brett was in full swing and his main criticism, I think, is very fair, which is that you get this, they give you these boxes, so I'm going to hold up mine. You don't actually have yours here.
I can grab it, but I've already pulled it apart a bit.
It's okay, and mine is not a Spearhead box yet. These are getting rebranded. They're going to say Spearhead across the top.
That's the rebranding.
That's the rebranding. I'm sure that the box will otherwise look different.
I hope it looks exactly the same.
But just Spearhead?
I hope
actually on the cross, it's crossed out.
And it has Matt Rose's little face.
And they crossed it out with a permanent marker. They take the plastic off, cross it out with a permanent marker, and then write Spearhead.
Well, what they do is they rip the plastic to fix it, and then they put more plastic over the plastic.
Like packing tape.
That's what I hope the rebranding
like packing tape.
is. Yeah.
And you see that in the store.
Yeah.
You're like a mom going in, and you're like, what should I get for my kid? And the GW guy's like this. And she's like, is that from a garage sale?
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
He's like, yeah, maybe.
Guys,
anyway.
I want to know what you think the rebranding should look like. That's what I think the rebranding should look like.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens in Spearhead is you get a set force. So every faction has its own Spearhead. And that's that. You can't change the models.
Oh.
Right. So your Spearhead for Seraphon is those 3 Croxagors, the 10 Saurus Warriors, or is it 20?
I think it's just 10.
10 Saurus Warriors. And the Carnosaur, and that's it. Yeah, that is it. You're right, because it's like 14 models. Mine's 15.
Cool. So
models.
I'm like almost done with mine. I mean, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, I own it all, which is nice.
You have the hardest part done.
My Soul Blight, though. There's a Soul Blight.
You have the Soul Blight one.
Yeah, I'm good there.
Everything
so
there
that's
is done.
cool. That's what I'm excited about. Is like, cool, I can get this done real fast.
Some of them are already done.
Yeah, we already have them.
Weirdly, daughters I don't have. I have to paint one character.
Really?
I don't have the character, yeah. I have her. I haven't painted her because she's been horrible.
Got it.
Rules-wise.
Blueberry boy.
Yeah. So then what they do is they have to make all of these balanced with each other.
Okay.
Because they want you to just be able to buy this box.
Go.
Yeah. Imagine being, honestly, the thing I'd like to try to remind all of us, many of us are in our 30s. We know the age group of our audience.
Not this guy.
We know the age group. No, most of our audience is like 35 to 45. We know the age group of our audience. We know that when we buy one of these, we're probably adding it to an existing army or using it to start a future army. If you're a 12-year-old and you get this for Christmas and your sister gets it for another one for Christmas she thought was cool or whatever, you're like, not that we're brother and sister.
We're not.
We're not brother and sister. That would be very illegal. We'd be in big trouble with some of the things
Don't put that into the world.
We've done. Now, the thing is No, hold on, wait. If you had this and your sibling had this or your best friend had this, that'd be super fun.
Yeah.
And it has to be balanced.
Doable.
It has to be balanced. So that's sort of the problem. And to achieve that, they make it have its kind of own set of rules. Mm-hmm. Now, what they've shown already for Age of Sigmar that I think is a little bit different than Combat Patrol a year ago when they did this for 40K is that they've shown that this box will be kind of similar to how the Sigmar army will actually play.
Yeah.
And the way they've achieved this is pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
They take a unit or two we actually saw which units in Stormcast and in Skaven, and they give it one ability, which is a little recycling symbol. For this Deepkin, I get 3 eels, 10 Namarti Thralls, and a Alloplex, a shark. I'm guessing the Namarti Thralls for sure will have the recycling symbol. Just like probably for you, maybe nothing, but maybe the Saurus Warrior. Well, the Saurus Warriors are 2 wounds. They're tough.
Yeah.
The recycling symbol means when they die, they come back.
Okay, that's right. That's like all new.
And that's super fun as a kid. Like if you're a 12-year-old and like your Namarti Thralls get wiped out, and then you're just like, okay, they're back next turn.
Yeah, it's really cool for your 12-year-old opponent too.
Yeah. Yeah, and it instills that there are no consequences in life.
As one
money is
learn.
free. Money is free.
That's what I always heard.
Free lunches all over.
Why do you take the checkbook to Toys R Us? And he's like, because then I can buy anything in the whole store.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect dad, perfect life.
Great financial advice.
No, absolutely no downsides. Anyway, the point is, I think it's exciting. I do get Brett's point. But Brett's and the Bretts out there in the world, I will say that it seems like Sigmar is doing a better job of trying to connect the two.
Oh.
So that is...
No, Polly, no, stop.
That is... I'm listening.
That
is Spearhead.
I'm focused.
That is Spearhead.
This
now,
is serious.
I have been... Let's go back to 1 second before... Oh, we're supposed to do this, but we're actually going to go away from the screen, having done nothing with it.
Right.
I've been Deepkin curious for a while. I have a relationship with Deepkin, which is kind of fun. First, I will say, I borrowed a local friend's Deepkin army for a while.
Yes,
his name is
I remember
Andrew.
that.
Is not our dear Andrew Whitehead, who has been on the stream and plays Cruel Boys. It's a different Andrew, also a good painter, also an interesting dude. And a friend of mine. They're both interesting. And what I will say is that the army I got major Tau vibes. Meaning, when I play Tau in 40k, I'm like stressed and nervous.
Why?
Because...
They just hang back and shoot and don't do anything.
But the second your opponent like crashes into you, you're donezo.
Get what you deserve.
And Deepkin are like, okay, I guess I'll just charge with this one unit. I'll either kill you because I'm really deadly, or I have like 7 wounds and a 4-up and no ward, and I'll just die. So that's like how they work. And so I like it. And the other thing is, nobody else wants to play Deepkin.
Okay.
And I was kind of deciding between my last army being either Deepkin or Sylvaneth. And nobody wants to play Deepkin. To the point, in fact, that Steven, our dear Steven.
Dear Steven. Isn't funny at all. Dear
Steven, famously not funny. Dear Steven had a full Deepkin army and sold it. He played like a few games. You know how much he hates his own army?
He hates his armies, even though the advice he gave was to not hate your armies.
Yeah, he hates his armies. So our dear Steven was like, I can't handle this army. So here I am, starting a Deepkin Spearhead. What about you?
Good. Well, I mean, you guys know that I'm working on Seraphon. I've been working on this army for like a year. I am going to get it done this year because I have to take it to...
Keep going.
It's a little hot. I have to take it to Old Town Throwdown, right?
You don't have to.
I do.
But you're saying you want to.
I want to take it. I want to try and like get on the best painted list again. You know, like I don't care if I win or whatever, but like getting on the list is
fun.
Cool.
And I actually talked to Nick. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm interrupting you.
That's all right.
I actually talked to Nick, who is in our Discord server, Nick at Night, and does the ping judge in Old Town. And I told him how much you and I appreciate the top 10 ranking.
Yes.
And he said that he hopes that he thinks that they'll do that again.
That's good.
So,
yeah. It's a good feel good. Easy feel good. Easy win.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm laughing at all of these like brother and sister comments.
Well, let's read some. So thank you, Polly Chrome.
Guys, we did 23andMe. We are not related at all.
Do you remember The Office when Michael like introduces Pam and Jim to that woman he's having an affair with?
And
she's like,
thinks they're brother and
she's
sister.
Like, no, you have some distant relations.
Yes,
I can see
so
it.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I really don't.
We do not.
We really don't.
We have.
So cool it, guys.
I'm thinking of the European countries that the two of us are from, and there's really barely even any overlap.
Yeah.
It's with England. It's with England and Ireland, which is like, and Germany. Actually, quite a few countries.
But
a big part, honestly.
Aren't we? Like,
a big part of Europe.
We're do like have different parts. Different parts.
No, I mean like a big part of Europe. We have overlap. Not to mention before that, I'm Italian. You're Spanish. From your ancestry, like those. That's the Roman Empire. Seriously possible. Thank you, Polychrome. He says,
Thanks,
"Sons,
Polly.
Greetings." If you think this is a reprieve from that line of humor, you're going to be disappointed.
I know it's not.
Brother Zach and Sister Meg. #, Justice for King Crab. We'll unpack that one later. Let's unpack it a little later.
All right. Justice for King Crab. I am with you. King Crab is adorable. We will talk about it later, apparently. But yeah, thank you, Polly.
Thanks to our dear...
We're not brother and sister. We are not brother and sister.
Polychrome from the Netherlands, also in that wheelhouse area. We could be brother-sister with Polychrome.
I don't think I'm from that area at all, actually.
Well, you're from, like, France, Germany, Western Europe.
And the New World.
Very little.
Still.
12%. She loves to check that box when she's applying to college.
I don't check the box. But I mean, it's 12%. That's not nothing.
That's not nothing. That's a lot. That's almost... Yeah.
That's almost 16%.
Which is 1 on a 6-sided die. Thanks to our dear friend Super Reedy, also possible relationship.
Hi, Super Reedy.
Hi, Soups. And he also says...
Gifted membership.
Thanks for the gifted membership. Yeah. And thank you for snagging Michael Anastasia, who's probably like, what the hell did I just get roped into? Meanwhile, thank you also, Soups, for the super chat, as always. Welcome back, Sister Meg. Seeing as you weren't here for the reveal, thoughts on the new models and what's your favorite Soups?
We're going to
talk about that. And actually, this is even more fun, everybody at home.
It's more fun?
Meg has literally not seen a single one of the new reveals.
I have not looked at anything Warhammer for the last week. I've been in Austin, Texas for the week.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And side note, I came back here and immediately was freezing cold. I was so cold.
And what we found out about Meg is she just likes humidity.
I do. Yeah, I do like humidity.
We talked about humidity and what place has the perfect humidity. And there is a perfect humidity level, and it's Hawaii.
Yeah, totally.
Maui, the island of Maui has the perfect humidity level. It's like a little bit there.
I should have done this before the stream started.
Yeah, the Croxagore kit is a bit of a nightmare.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
I put one Croxagore together. Here, we'll go to the Lumex and see what Meg's working on.
Oh, I mean, I'm putting together this Croxagore. Yeah, look at what a good job I did.
I did that guy. It took me like 90 minutes. So I'll be shocked if you can get two together.
I might get through one. I'll try to get through one. Okay.
So the shark looks really easy. Look at this thing. Okay. Soups, thank you. Oh, by the way, Soups also said justice for King Crab.
Yeah, see? King Crab is super cute. I love the little flat head with its claws. Like this.
The embarrassing part is he doesn't even actually have claws.
Well, they look like clamps or something. They look like claws.
They look like they'd be a melee weapon. They're not.
I don't care. It looks cute. We're not talking about how they perform in battle. We're talking about how it looks. It's a little crab. Like that.
Well, I'll tell you, if we want to let's just pull this off right now. I'll say King Crab won. In general,
King Crab did one.
I will say what we're talking about. If you're like, what's King Crab?
Oh yeah, sorry. We talked about
on Wednesday's stream. We had a guest, our dear friend KK, local to the area. We've been friends with KK for a long time. He's a good friend of ours. We should chat about KK, how much we love him. There are a couple of really amazing things about KK. One, KK is one of the most best. He's one of the best.
One of the most best.
He's one of the most best guests. He's up there with Brett as far as when he comes over to your house. KK always brings. He does this thing that's common in the Northeast, but not common on the West Coast, where he brings something really nice and I mean really nice. So the two most awesome things KK brings when he comes over. He brings smoked duck from H Mart. Oh, yeah. KK is Shanghainese American, and so he
fancy pants.
Yeah, he just knows like Asian food better than we do because he's Asian. He's from Shanghai, so he goes to H Mart and he brings over stuff, and he always is like, if they like it, I'll bring it over again. If they don't like it, I won't bring it over again. But he always brings stuff over we would never get for ourselves. The smoked duck is like my favorite.
Okay.
And then the other thing he brings over, KK and I are both like weirdly into cognac. We had cognac on Wednesday's stream. Anyway, KK's also.
I saw that.
KK's
that
also
was nice.
KK's also into BattleTech, along with Brett. and our friend Bryce, who's also been on the stream dressed as a hot dog. He's a guy dressed like a hot dog.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, he's a guy dressed like a hot dog.
Yeah, go back to the skin. It was a skin stream back in like September, August, something like that.
Yeah.
To meet everybody.
Brett, KK and I, like cognac. And so we tried, actually, our baseline is the Costco cognac. Mm-hmm. And so now we've tried some other ones. But
that one's good?
The Costco one's good. Yeah. The thing is that KK and I were talking about how we didn't try them back to back. It's like we only have it like every couple months, so we can't really tell. So all we're actually doing is just deciding if we like an individual cognac or not.
Sure.
And spoiler alert, we usually do.
You do, yeah.
Because we don't, we get nice ones.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, because I don't drink cognac.
Yeah. Meg does not like cognac.
I get it. I get that there's good ones.
Yeah. We're fancy. We don't do scotch. We do cognac. What can I say?
What's wrong with scotch?
It's just a little...
What makes something Scotch? Does it have to be from Scotland?
It's from Scotland. And it also has peat moss in it, which is
like earth?
Dirt.
Oh, I love earth flavor.
Well, then you should try some
But I
Scotch.
don't like
You don't
drinking
like that
straight
liquor like
liquor,
that. Yeah.
so it won't work. Sorry, Scots.
Yeah, I happen to not like the king crab. I happen to not be into... I don't like the battle mechs that don't have a humanoid head. Where they're just like...
You and I are so opposite.
Their chest is their head.
Yeah.
For the most part, I don't like those types of battle mechs. I like them to look a little more like quite honestly, like a Tau Crisis suit.
So Bartok has been running ramp. Our office cat Bartok.
He's
down.
down.
Been running rampant through the studio apparently while I've been gone, and everything's covered in cat hair. So it's like stuck
I should
to
have
everything.
switched the paper out. Yeah, he's been hopping up here recently. It's like a new thing.
Very cute.
And I walk by and I look into the office, into our hobby studio, and he's like sitting in there, and he's just like sitting fully awake, looking up at me. I'm like, Bartok, get off the effing table. He's
Whoa,
like, meow.
You cussed at my baby? Poor Bartok.
He's out of control.
He's perfect.
Meg.
All right, where are we at?
We're
caught up on super chats.
We are caught up on super chats. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it.
But we're not related.
It is a great way to support the channel. In addition to loving and
you.
subscribing, we do take questions. We do read comments on air. We're very happy to do that. It's a lot of fun.
We do a lot of things for money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that said, let's go back to this real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Spearhead, Meg. Kind of fun. Meg has not seen any of the reviews. So.
No, I did nothing Warhammer this week. Absolutely nothing. I think I checked into the streams for like 10, 15 minutes when I could, but I was out running around all over Texas. So,
I'm sure it's nice to take a
Austin.
break. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is fun for me. I'm like, let me see. Let's see. Let's see what you got for me.
So, Spearhead's cool. It comes, first of all of this is in the starter box.
Okay.
Which includes all the rules and the new models for 4th Ed Warhammer, right?
So there's a starter, sorry, when you say starter box, you're talking about like a Spearhead starter box.
No. This is
like the 4th Ed starter box.
Has all the rules.
Comes with Spearhead.
Comes with Spearhead in it.
That is cool. That I didn't know.
Yeah.
I learned that. TIL.
Yeah.
That's great.
Kind of interesting, right?
Okay. I like that.
So, you get the Spearhead book. It's called Fire and Jade.
Oh, pretty.
You get this mat. Now, this mat is, I've talked about this on stream earlier in the week. It's a cardboard mat. GW's made these before. And on one side is Akshi, that's the fiery lava side. On the other side is Gairan, that's the Realm of Life. So Realm of Fire, Realm of Life. And it has the objectives built into it.
Yeah.
Which is very cool for starters. I did mention
that
I personally felt like I wish that the objectives had just been punch outs. Because the thing is, well, what I was going to say,
I'm going to listen to you, but I already gave my opinion.
The point I made earlier is that a lot of people will buy 2 of these, or them and their friend will each buy one, and they'll trade the Skaven and the Stormcast.
Sure.
And there's a chance that somebody ends up with both 2 of these, and these are legitimate play surfaces. I actually think, and so the problem is let's say I want to use the Gairan instead of buying a neoprene mat. Because if you put 2 of these together, it's a full board.
Sure.
So let's say it's a normal size AOS board. So let's say I want to do Gairan. I flip both of them to the Gairan side, the one I got when I bought it and the one I traded for with my friend. Mm-hmm. I put them down. You've got the terrain. You're gonna have to add a little bit of terrain. They do give you terrain in this box, Meg, believe it or not, but not very much.
Interesting.
But now I've got these seals all over the board. And no mission is going to have 10 objectives in 2 zigzag Z shapes. So you sort of lose the ability to use this as a real playboard, which I think was a bit of a misstep. I know it would have cost more money. Yeah, it definitely limits their usability. I think, I agree, Ty. I think that they should have made the objectives punch outs.
Nah, until punch outs, but like, they slide around. Like, I'm assuming these have that like plastic coating on them, right? That most cardboard or paper like things like this
I have
would.
a bunch of these.
Like my point is they'll be slick. And so a punch out that's gonna slide everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So like maybe, but like, can they give the punch outs something? Because you keep referring to like 12-year-olds, right? Like 12-year-olds don't care if they can play the full game or not, if they're just playing this little game. Are 12-year-olds the target audience? I guess that's kind of what the argument is, right? Like, because if this is being targeted towards 12-year-olds, which I kind of doubt, then having it built in makes sense to me. Because a 12-year-old's not going to care. They want to just play. They want it to be easy. They want it to be cheap enough that their parents will buy it for them.
Yeah.
But like,
no,
right,
I know.
It's probably not. Is it geared towards 12-year-olds?
Who knows? And
the starter box, probably not.
Yeah.
So I guess I can see it. Then it should come with something. Well,
no.
I want to say it should come with something to make the objectives not slick. But like any 20 and up year old can just go buy some sticky tack and do that. So yeah, I can see a case for that.
Well, you say that, Ty, but I don't know that that's correct. I think that this is an entirely suitable. The value.
I was thinking that too, Ty. Like, well, just cover it up and pretend it's not there. Get your own objectives.
Yeah, I guess, but
because if you're older, you're going to have that.
It'll be a mess of a board, but who cares? If you're 12. I do have to imagine.
I like how controversial this terrain.
It's not really. It's not really. It's just a point I'm making.
Yeah.
I do think that probably very young players are always a target for a starter set. Again, what's happening when you do this? Like I can say, this isn't a brag, but in the Bay Area, the disposable income level is way higher. Our local store is in a place called Los Gatos, which you guys have heard us talk about before. Super wealthy town. And the idea that a family would walk in there and that the mom might drop $260 for her for her 14 and 12-year-old is not weird. Like,
yeah, but that's here, right? Like, they're not targeting us. Like,
well, yeah, they kind of do. I mean, they do. They kind of in the U.S., GW has put their stores in places where I think they think the people have the income for that, right? So like,
right, it's. I don't know. I don't know enough, I think, about... I don't know who this would be specifically targeted to. I haven't thought about it.
Well, they know everybody. Right? Like, they know everybody.
Have they talked about that?
No, I don't think they would talk.
Why would they?
Yeah,
right?
They
wouldn't talk about that.
But I'm sure it is. I'm sure that is a... I'm sure that is an outside...
Soup said he got one, right?
Yeah.
So
that same.
Right, so...
As a kid, yeah. I had the... Bretonia versus Lizardman one.
Right. Anyway, I personally don't have a problem with it because I'm kind of like, well...
Yeah, me either.
Well, if you're deep into the hobby enough, you're not going to care because you're going to have your own real terrain anyway or know where to get it.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of like... I guess if you're kind of stuck and that comes in the box. It's a good place to start, is what I'll say. Yeah. It's a good place to start. Okay, anyway,
moving
on.
To that point,
a
little bit of terrain.
Look at the bell.
It's Skavenified.
I love that.
Azurite terrain.
Yeah.
And there's a little,
what is this?
There's a little measuring stick.
Oh my god!
9 inches.
That's cute.
It's gonna be great. Every Skaven player is gonna have 1 million of these.
Yes. And are you guys all gonna paint them? I hope you guys paint them. Like, I love that. I hope it's not my beard, Saray.
It's not my beard because it's here on the drawstring.
Hair.
I'm wearing it like a bolo tie. Right,
it could be my hair. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So that's fun, and then it comes with the cards. Thanks, Saray, by the way. It comes with the cards, which are cool. The cards are fun. Meg, the way these work, I think we talked about these before you left because they previewed them previously.
Yeah.
But You draw these cards, and you only have a deck of 12, and you draw 3 a turn. Spearhead's only 4 turns, not 5.
Okay.
And each card... 4 rounds.
4 rounds. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. Okay.
4 rounds. And each card has on it a both an ability, like redeploy was one of them, or some other powerful ability, or something you can try to score. So if you can't score it, if you're like, oh, I don't think I'll be able to score that, then at least you get this cool ability to use. Yeah. So that's one of the interesting mechanics of Spearhead. And that's it. Now, other things that make Spearhead a little bit different.
A little special.
We know that it does not use the magic phase. This was a major complaint that a lot of people had, where like a part of the game is just gone.
Well, isn't that happening in 4th? Aren't they kind of...
No, the magic phase is...
Oh, they're keeping it.
Yeah, it's very much still
okay.
a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But this version of the game...
Sorry, the reason why I thought that is because aren't they turning spells and things into like...
in Spearhead. Like
into
abilities.
War Scrolls. They're not doing that in 4th?
No.
Why did I misunderstand that? Okay.
A lot of us imagined or thought that might happen because it is what happened in 40K.
Got it.
But it's not what's happening in Sigmar, which I think we've polled our audience before, and the overwhelming majority, at least in one not particularly scientific poll that we did, stated that most people...
Because the rest of our polls are all scientific. Yeah. Speaking of important polls, we have an important poll. Make sure you vote on it.
Yeah.
Super important.
Super important. We think most people wanted the magic phase to stay. So I guess in that regard, people are happy.
Yeah. I like the magic phase.
It's really the hero. It's the hero phase as part of it, but
yeah,
I keep calling it the magic phase. But I'm really.
I mean, that's how my brain compartmentalizes it. I'm like, okay, I got to do all this like upkeep, and then it's really like upkeep then magic. Magic is how. Because what can you do at the end? Can you choose your heroic action at the end of the? No,
you choose at the beginning.
Right.
And heroic actions are going away also.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going away.
Wait, I was gone for a week and I've forgotten everything. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Heroic actions, I think they've already announced are going away.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will see. But I do believe that's been announced.
Cass, the hobby collab. I need your shirt sizes. Cass for mod. PM when you can, guys. Guys. Cass for mod.
Hashtag okay. Cass for mod.
Hashtag.
Thank you, Cass. Yeah, we will do that. Okay, Meg, that's Spearhead. Oh, Abraxia next week. Oh, fun. Saray's been excited for her. Meg, that's Spearhead. Let's take a look. You haven't seen any of the new models. Only the ones they previewed before. Mm-hmm. Are you ready? You excited to see some?
I'm so excited.
Okay, we can get Meg's first reactions to some of these. We'll start the Stormcast, which I think Meg is going to think overall are less cool than the Skaven.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
In general.
All right. So we start off with this guy, Lord
Vigilant. Well, that's cool.
Griff Stalker. Very cool, yeah.
Look at that.
We're all excited about this guy.
Yeah, he looks great. Okay, I need to like soak it up for a second. Mm-hmm. This is literally my first time looking at this.
First time.
Unless somebody has like posted it in. I think I saw a meme with this thing on it.
Oh, okay.
Right? Isn't there
maybe.
A meme? Anyway.
Yeah.
In our memes is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. I love this. I love like the downward action of the axe, like with the flames sort of like following the arc.
Yeah.
Of that. And I love how his helmet kind of matches like the, what are they called? The horns on this thing.
The Griff Stalker.
I love this. Yeah, this beast. That's super cool.
Okay.
Look at that, and a nice tactical rock to go with it. Yeah,
lots of tactical rocks in this box. Yeah, this guy is the guy. He's like their leader guy for the Stormcast. Okay, moving on. We've got here's some more shots of him from different angles.
Nice. What a nice cape.
I like the crow vibe you get from the Griff Stalker.
Yeah. It's super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the Lord.
Oh, little puppy.
We've got the Lord Verditant, which is here.
That's cool.
That's her back. Here's her front, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's so hard to tell with all the armor.
The plate is what tells if it's a man or a woman for the Stormcast. Yeah, that's a female plate.
I don't see any nipples. Usually they put...
No nipples. That's the female chest. Female chest plate. Let's find the male chest plate.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
That's not a good one. Oh, male chest plate right there.
So the males actually
have a split
separate
for biceps.
The breasts.
And the females
But the
don't.
females, it's like, nope, flat. No,
The female one does stick out a little further.
Where's the
though.
cleavage? All right, okay. Thank you for telling me. I never would have guessed that. Okay, that's cool. I would swap out the head to make her look hotter. I don't like this head. Sorry. What do you call it?
Teenage boy?
Yeah, teenage boy. Yeah. That's me.
That's you. Okay, here is the Lord Terminos. He comes with one of his ancestors to remind him that he was once human. And so you get this little human guy that comes with him.
Oh. Like he just makes this guy come with him?
Yeah.
Or is this him?
No. We're going to figure out what's going on, I guess, down the road. But they mentioned in the preview that they want some human models in this kit to show the difference between a Stormcast and a human in size.
Okay. Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So he just brings this dude with him.
Yes. I think, yeah.
And they have the same Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not even cleaning his axe.
Here's the Knight Questor.
Oh, I love that shield.
Knight Questor, no helmet. He's the unhelmeted guy.
Look at that shield. I love these. I love Stormcast shields in general.
Cool.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah.
All right, those are the 4 heroes.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like
the Griff,
obviously the
animal
the
Griff Stalker
yeah,
is way
better,
too cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
That helmet on the Stalker
it's so
itself
good.
is so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, then we've got the Reclusians. These are a unit of 3, but also they come with
They
2.
also come with little friends.
2 humans. So 3 Stormcasts.
You're my little friend, human.
2 humans. So you got this guy. And this guy. You got these 2. Mm-hmm. And you've got this guy.
Okay, wait, go back. Exactly like that guy. Is it the same guy? No. Pretty much.
Also a female. Oh, there you go. Female Reclusian. Male Reclusian.
Right. Oh my god. Sure. Mm-hmm. Big difference. Okay, great.
Cass, we were talking about this on stream yesterday, Saray and I. We think the Terminos is going to show up in a lot of 40k Imperial armies. Yeah. Okay, then you've got the Prosecutors. These have been revealed before, Meg.
Okay.
I thought you said you thought these guys were
Oh
kinda
yeah,
cool.
I really like the wings.
Yeah.
I just yeah, and I like how they're up in the air.
I think everybody's
fine.
very happy
I'm
that they're
very,
moving
like-
away from the plastic.
Yes, I like
the
that.
clear plastic rod.
I get nervous though, like anytime there's a break. This one looks pretty solid though. It's like almost the size of his foot. Yeah.
The shark I'm putting together right now.
Right.
It has the clear plastic rod.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think I'm going to figure something. I don't want to do
you
this.
should. You should come up with your own. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And then finally the Liberators. These are the rank and file guys. We've seen these before
Those are
too,
cool.
but now we can see all of them. I love the double hammer. Actually, this is what I love. Yeah, the double hammer. Now, the two-handed hammer is cool.
2 hammers.
But can
for
you imagine?
bashing and
That's a
smashing.
lot of hammering. That's a lot of smashing.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Stormcast. What do you think, Meg?
If you like Stormcast, they look pretty cool.
You don't
I
really
don't because
love
they're just
them?
covered in armor. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, but okay.
But I can appreciate it.
You appreciate them.
Yeah,
okay.
it's fine. And I love the natural elements I see happening, like this like feathered, also magical wings and the animals that they're hanging out with. Like
Well, as we've said, Stormcasts weirdly come with more animals than most other factions.
yeah.
They're kind of weirdly the animal faction. They're all mythical animals.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Skaven. Are you ready for this? Speaking
Yeah.
of animals.
Do we need to catch up on super chats at all, or should we get back to it later?
Let's get back to these right
All right,
after
forget
we
it.
look at
We're
this.
ignoring you for a minute,
We will
guys.
get to you guys. Thank you. We appreciate the support.
We're not
Um,
monsters.
Skaven, you ready?
I'm ready.
All
Okay,
right,
yeah, the rat.
Here's the leader guy.
Look at how gross.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Brad is very excited about
I
this
bet.
guy.
Look at what a mess that thing is. Okay, this is great. This is like tattoo fodder. I have to get something done on my arm. So I want something really gross and decaying, and this is gonna feed into that. I really like stuff like this.
It's like a wet
what
rat.
I'm into. Yeah, it's nasty.
I love how wet the thing he's riding
His
looks.
face is all screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's a unicorn rat. Look, he's got a horn coming out of the middle of his head.
Oh, the claw. This is a Claw Lord or Gnaw Beast.
I love that. Okay, this is a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, yeah. Everybody
What is
likes,
it? What do we do? Hot bot or not?
Yeah.
This is bot.
Here's some
now
more.
we have to give it to somebody who plays Skaven, but I do love it.
Here's some more. Okay, now here are here's the Grey Seer.
Oh.
This model is this unit has been around forever.
So weird, yeah.
And this is the latest sculpt of it. Thoughts?
So I really like the way they give Skaven these weird like goat horns.
Yeah, they're interesting, right?
Yeah, and so I'm into this model. This is cool looking. And oh, I like how his tail kind of like, yeah, I don't know. There's just like a lot of little things here going on that they're like repeated motifs, right?
Mm-hmm.
The horns curling, the tail curling, the clothing like whipping in the wind and stuff. It looks really great. It's fun.
Grey Seer, yeah,
Yeah.
that's and then okay, now here are the new rat ogres. You get
his little hand.
you get 3 of these giant
Those are
rat
cool.
monsters.
Oh yeah.
Gun. Claw boy.
Oh neat. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I like these. I mean, I'm definitely gonna like Skaven more than Stormcast
Sure.
because they're more organic. Like this looks way more fun to paint. It reminds me a lot of Usharon. Just
Oh yeah,
crap sticking out of their bodies and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. I
All
really
right.
like these a lot. These look really fun.
yeah. Okay, now here's the new
Oh, wow.
Skaven machine gun.
And is that a brand new unit?
Brand new unit.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's actually only 2 new units in Skaven. It's this and the claw fiend on Null
The
Beast.
rats are so ugly, but they're so cute. I love how they're always involved in like the mechanisms that drive their army.
Yeah, they're
I
very
love that so
technical.
much,
They're
yeah.
very technically
like running in a little rat wheel all the
They're
time.
very badly technically advanced.
They're
in
super
a
cute.
bunch of weapons that kill them more often, or about as often as they kill their
Yeah.
opponent. But you know their lives are
There we
so
go.
cheap.
Worthless, yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
so
little guys. Poor little rats.
Poor rats. Yeah, the machine gun might be my favorite.
Party lights today. I'm so excited.
Might be my favorite.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Not my favorite.
Not
but
your
I like
favorite.
It.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got the Warlock
Not
Engineer.
your favorite. Yeah, it's cool.
Moving on, we've got the Warlock Engineer. He's a leader who like helps the machine gun stuff. Mm-hmm. This guy's been shown before,
Cute. Well,
but he's cool.
good thing I don't remember.
What do you
anything.
think?
I
What
could
do
be
you like?
Shocked again.
Yeah, do you like this guy, Meg?
Yeah, he's neat. I like his little spyglass. I would want to like do something stupid like paint his eye in the eyeglass. Like you can see through. That could be funny. No, he's cool. I love him. They kind of remind me, maybe I shouldn't say this.
I mean, you can't.
From 40K, they have like the hooded.
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
they remind me of them a lot. Like
I see it. Yeah.
visual. Anyway,
I think if Skaven were in 40K, they'd probably be pretty similar to the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I think you're not.
so they're not the new Beasts of Chaos.
Skaven are the new Beasts of Chaos. Last but not least, are all the new clan rats. This is
Cute.
a resculpt.
Yeah. This is good. We needed new ones. And are they called something new or
Nope,
was
clan rats.
So we were just being like trolled, like, oh, these are going away, but like only the models, not the actual like unit, which is nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. These are cool looking. These look very slick. Lots of good like variety.
Yeah, well, that's interesting you point that out. They wanted to have clan rats from all the different kind of walks of Skaven life. So you see like Clan Pestilence, that's these guys, which is like the Nurgle clan. I'm not sure which ones are the Scryer ones, but they're supposed to kind of, maybe this guy. No, I know.
Drummer.
Yeah, they're supposed to kind of look like they're all coming together from the different rat clans.
Just like cities of Sigmar.
Kind of,
like
yeah.
those,
but for horrible
what are
rats.
those
Steel Home. Oh, the Free Guild Cavaliers, yeah.
They
Okay,
get
fun.
the special edition Rat Clan like helmet or something. I don't know.
Fun, we did it.
Loincloth. Yeah, we did it. Okay, I'm into it. I'm excited. I know we're not going to keep the Skaven because we have a lot of folks on our show that play Skaven.
Well, Brad.
Well, I mean, that are involved, right? Like that.
Yeah.
Definitely Brad and then also Bryce, who plays Skaven, who we want to have again.
Yeah.
So we won't keep him.
Bryce is telling me
But I love him.
Bryce is more excited for the Stormcast, actually, he was telling me.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's so funny.
So, okay, we also have another segment to jump right into.
Oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
It's meme time.
It's been a while since we've done memes, but there is a rumor.
This is where I get all my news from. Memes
This
channel.
is a good place to get news. There is a rumor that one member of our Discord, a new arrival, super cool guy, Orange Justice in Discord, is a member of the band Save Ferris, and that is where this comes from.
Yeah, we don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe
Memes
he's not telling us.
Memes are a lot of inside jokes, of
Spread
course.
it.
But inside jokes you can be a part of.
If you
Joining
join our Discord.
Oh, here's you and me.
Oh, look, it's
I
us.
bet he's thinking about demon heads. Me. Which country has the most lakes? Yeah.
Why?
This.
Okay, so
It was from when we were streaming.
I honestly would never think this about you. And if you were, I'd be like, cool, makes sense. They're hot.
No, they're weird. Anyway, I'm not into claw ladies. Bald claw ladies is not my thing.
Yeah, which country has, why is this in existence? What does this mean?
This is just a weird thing. Graham and I, Graham was helping me at one point. He was on our stream when we were streaming Maelstrom Mixer a couple weeks back. And this just came up. Graham's from Canada, and something came up about lakes in Canada that he brought it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I just recently learned that Canada has the most lakes. By like quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
It's not even close.
And were you obsessive about it? Because that's...
No, I was proud of myself because I did that thing where I like asked a question in my head and then came up with a hypothesis, which was Canada, and then I looked it up and saw that I was right. And I was like, yes. It's not that great of a story. Okay. It's not Finland, Polly. Well, it's not even close. Finland's up there though. Maybe Finland has most lakes per like highest ratio of lakes for its size.
Yeah, okay. But that's not the most, so sorry, Polly.
Soup's made
all walks of life, including artisanal
cheesemonger. Soup's made a cheesemonger Skaven for us.
I love that.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Soups. Or found it, made it. This one also...
Okay. This King Charles portrait is wild.
Horrific.
Wild to me. Like, he looks like it looks like a portrait of somebody who is like a warmonger.
Yeah, but not like a strong man. Not like a strongman warmonger, like a horrified, like like in Bram Stoker's Dracula, like that guy.
I guess.
Dracula.
Yeah. Oh, that Dracula guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed the memes that were shared in our channel. I don't know if you guys made this one up, but yeah, nice going, Charles.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
Very scary on your way out.
I know.
From this world. Poor dude.
I guess he okayed it. I don't know.
I think it's a cool portrait. It just is like sending a very weird message.
It's very dark.
It's very, like, it just looks like he's leaving battle or something.
It's very Vlad the Impaler for sure.
All right.
Oh.
Yay! There's our Devin.
Yeah, why?
I love Devin.
Is there a specific reason they chose the phrase "become ungovernable," or is it just like kind of funny because
it's Devin?
Because it's Devin and the face he happened to be making here.
I don't know if there's a specific reason. Maybe Devin was misbehaving or something. But yeah, this was at Maelstrom Mixer. We were hanging out at the hobby table.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You see a little banner in the background. Become uncomfortable. This is just pretty quick one from Jupiter, I think. Each Pride Nexus mission contains 69 cards. Nice.
Good job.
Nice. Oh boy, the Matt
Rose, my boyfriend Matt Rose.
The Matt Rose. They did Matt Rose dirty.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I want to see more of these, honestly. I want to see more memes about poor Matt Rose, and I want to harass Matt Rose until he gives us what we deserve.
Yeah, until he.
Yeah, can we bully Matt Rose?
Until he bends the knee to us.
Bends the knee, yeah. Matt Rose, get in here and bend your knees. Okay, these are great. I think this was Polly and Soups. What's a Gauss blaster?
It's a Necron gun.
Okay.
It's like their main gun.
Strong.
Lore-wise, but also
Apparently
good. Yeah.
Thing. All right. What's next? Oh, you like this one?
I think this is soy.
I think this was soy, right?
Yeah, this is just great. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
Not a lot to say. It's a good
No,
one.
it's just great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we had a couple here.
Mean comments, Mad Libs is what I like to call this.
Yeah, we still enjoy our mean comments.
Oh my
that
god,
we get.
I love mean comments. I decided to feed the trolls a little bit while I was out. Sorry guys, but it didn't work. I don't think it worked. I wanted to like offer a prize for like the best mean comment. So if you guys look at this, not this specific, the leveling up your Warhammer Marine, Space Marines. The one that just came out about the chaos dude who's been kind of cleaned up. That short got a lot of hate, which is really funny. And somebody made this comment like, "Oh, this is what Italians feel like when you break the pasta noodles," and that cracked me up. So I was like, "Hey, you win the mean comments, man."
That one's not even really that negative.
No, and it made me laugh.
Yeah,
so I was like,
it's
"You
a good
win.
one. It's a good one.
Contact me in Discord. I'll send you a prize." I have yet to be contacted, but I'm like very interested in making that a thing. Villains, you are part of the entertainment too, so thank you for your mean comments. But try to be creative at least. Don't be boring.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Life
not
is too
good.
short to be that boring. Thanks. So yeah, I got my news this week from memes.
Yeah, and make good comments if they're gonna be mean, or you get what you get. Oh, like this other one here that someone was like, just pick a different faction then, and Saray says no.
Tell me you don't like hobbying without telling me you don't like hobbying. That's kind of the vibe I got from that thread.
Just pick a different faction then.
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, I have not made a ton of progress because I'm too busy laughing. Just so you know.
That's okay. The shark is actually not too bad.
Is it? All right. Let's change camera angles. How about that?
Definitely. Okay.
Okay.
Croxagore 1 is done. That was me.
Yeah. So at least I have that.
Yeah, you've got the first Croxagore done.
Do we have any super chats to catch up
We
on?
do. We have.
All right.
We have
Let's do
several.
that too.
Yeah. Okay, time to catch up on these. We've got a number of ones that people have sent for being multiple members. Oh yeah, here's Bryce. I'm interested in the new Stormcast. Should I paint them like the box silver and blue, or original gold and blue, or something completely different? I mean, Bryce, I feel like
this question is interesting, Bryce, because I'm kind of like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Are you just starting a new army?
This would be new, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, what color do you like best? You just did yellow. You probably want to get away from that, right? Mm-hmm. His Skaven army is like really green. And...
No, purple.
Green and purple. I feel like I remember seeing some green. Okay, so pick a different color for this one.
Wrong.
All right, fine. I'm wrong. I'm usually wrong.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, do blue. You haven't done blue yet. There you go. There's your answer. Do it.
Yeah, I think gold is our Stormcaster silver that we have at the studio. I do like them silver, but I also like them gold.
Yeah, I couldn't choose a color for my Croxagores, so much to Zach's chagrin, I'm gonna do each one a different color. Because I was like so inspired by Yusuf's rainbow trolls. I think it was Yusuf doing the rainbow trolls, right? Each one a different color. And I'm like, oh, the Croxagores. There's 6 of them. I can do Roy G. Biv. This is great. Well, Roy G. Biv. I won't do Indigo. Indigo always gets left behind.
Yeah, and remember we had this conversation about why, and we realized that a lot of people don't know what indigo is.
I mean, it's like a purpley blue.
It is a purpley blue,
Yeah.
right? But like, for example, the lights that are flashing right now, this company...
Called turquoise indigo.
Yeah, and it's a long story. It's another
my
Zach
vote is blue,
rant.
Bryce. My vote is blue.
Yeah, Barry, thank you. Barry, by the way, both Barry and Bryce members for 9 months. Thank you, gentlemen.
We had a baby, and it was his channel.
Barry says, GW starter box games are 100% targeted at parents and kids, unlike some of the Discord jokes recently, Soups.
Wow, Soups.
Yeah, I do think...
Discord villain Soups.
I don't...
At it again.
I don't know, Barry, how much I agree, whether I'm actually right or wrong about them being...
He just says things.
No, like... I'll acknowledge that maybe I'm wrong because I don't know who they're actually marketing them towards. But I do think they are definitely, I don't know about 100%, but I do definitely feel like they're marketed towards
Maybe
parents
they're
and
just
kids.
trying to make the starter box more kid friendly. Like they know adults are going to buy it, obviously.
That's
'cause
kind
we
of
have
what
all
I
the money.
think, yeah.
But now, if you have a kid, you can also buy it for your kid. Like it's just that much easier to get into.
Yeah.
Are parents going to understand that? Who don't? I guess when you come into the store, that gets explained to you, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barry. And
Yeah,
Jules,
thanks, Barry.
also a member for 7 months. The Reclusian pictures are very much the same picture of me from The Office.
I agree with you, Jules.
Sunny vibes from Wales.
Wales. You know, I just learned this week that Wales has its own language.
Welsh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, because the whole UK is like, I don't know, it's like English, right? Like it's English but with different accents.
I learned Irish is also.
They have like Gaelic, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize that. Apparently, all the street signs are in both Welsh and English.
Welsh is famous for having absolutely insanely long words.
I don't know things, you guys.
Insanely long words, and also
Why can't I find number 4?
famous for. And I don't know how often this is, or just the hedge cases get brought up, but also famous for like a severe lack of consonant or vowels, in their words. So very long words and like limited vowels, and you're like, how do you say that? Yeah.
I guess I should, like, I understand that these places have their own languages, right? But I understood them to be so ancient that they're not in use anymore.
Well,
but
that
apparently,
is
like, some portion of
yeah.
Wales still uses Welsh. So that's what I didn't understand. Also, I didn't understand how wild that language sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
It's interesting.
I think that is like an ongoing concern.
Sure.
Is the loss of the language.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like losing your heritage.
Yeah. But it's hard to, push it when
You got to keep on keeping on.
when several words have 18 letters in a row with no vowels.
I mean, I think that's happened here too. I mean, in like the like Latin American sector and below or I guess everywhere, right? All these Native American languages, like.
Well, yeah, your mom didn't teach.
Struggle to.
Your grandma
maintain
didn't
them.
teach your mom Spanish.
I mean, that's Spanish. Like
Yeah.
we're not going to lose Spanish. I'm talking
Right.
about languages that existed in this continent before Spanish, before English. Like those are.
But it happens with immigrant groups often as well.
All the
right?
time. Yeah. And, okay, where are we going?
Next. Thanks, Jules, as always. And thanks, Soups. Quick, hosts are asleep. Post all the super chats.
Oh, thanks Soups. What a good call to action that is.
What a good call to actions. Broken Chef says, I'm just listening to Soups. Also, Squeak. Broken Chef, super excited. He's super excited about the Skaven. He's got so many projects going on, Broken Chef. You better clear out your queue.
Oh, it's right in front of me.
In the next month or so, or you're going to be in trouble.
I know, right?
Thank you, Polly. He says, can you have Saray making a shirt where he files off the rats on the new measuring stick? Hashtag feed the troll.
Yes! I love that. I love feeding the trolls.
Turning your measuring stick into a normal measuring stick.
And we can call it improve your Skaven measuring stick.
Oh my god, we should just do more and more
Cover it
of
with gargoylians. Like cover it with something non-Skaven, but call it improving your Skaven measuring stick.
Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, a little gargoyle.
It
Oh
would
my
be
god.
super cute.
Taking a little gargoyle, but
Yeah.
you don't have to use the Skaven one for that. We can just make our own.
I know. But we'll do it. We'll do it because it's funny.
Making a gargoylian measure stick is a really good idea, actually. We take a stick, and then what we would do is we glue a gargoylian on every inch.
Oh my god, we're gonna get
and then
so
we'd
much
also
hate.
flock
Look,
it.
we're plotting to get people to hate
No,
us.
a gargoylian measure stick would be cool.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool. I'm saying we're gonna title the short so that it triggers everybody, which I find funny. Maybe I shouldn't.
Improving your fresh strawberry ice cream by removing all the strawberries so you have vanilla. Why not just eat vanilla?
We should do a whole series of this. You
Polly.
just pick something by
Brilliant.
turning it into something else.
What a brilliant mind.
Oh my god, I love Polly. Thank you, Polly. This is the best idea ever. Guys, we do have an idea channel.
Improving your waffles by filling them in with raw batter and then refrying them on the pan so they're a pancake.
We have a channel in our, I was going to say a Slack, in our Discord that is for, it's for like ideas, right? New ideas. So please also use that channel to share your good ideas. This is a gem.
Sorry, wait, I'll also call them mice the entire time.
Yes. No, do the Skaven one, but shave off those Skaven and put on different mice. So it's just sort of like pointless. Because there are little tiny mice.
I do. I love that the joke has no ongoing direction either. It's just always like mind-boggling.
Well, now this is how we battle like our villains. We just like get them to work for us because every time you leave a nasty comment or engage with our short, it just helps it go. It helps it do better. So.
It's true. That thing has like hundreds of comments.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Not slowing down.
No. So, I guess that is what people do, right? Our version of clickbait is just making jokes at everyone's expense.
Everyone's
sanity's expense.
Our version of clickbait is one of the members of our channel, Saray, sacrificing one of his models to make it look cool and to show you what it might look like. Now, whether you think it's cool or not, whatever. You're like, oh, I don't care. I hate this. But he's like literally showing you this is a thing you could do. It still looks cool, or maybe you think it doesn't.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
but it makes your painting easier, so there's a plus. And it gives it a different look. That's a plus. You may not like the look. And then that's part one. Part two, get ready to get your life criticized for, get ready to get harassed for existing. Your very existence is called into question.
What was I going to say? That's the thing about this hobby, right? It's so subjective. It doesn't matter. Like, no one's forcing you to do that. Yeah. But here you go. Here's what we felt like doing. And Saray legitimately likes these ideas. He's not trying to troll anybody. I think where the trolling comes in is the title, when it says something like fixing, which I think is very funny.
Yeah.
I guess, these things aren't up to me. They just happen. But I enjoyed it as a viewer. The comments, anyway.
Comments are great.
Yeah, the comments are great. You guys are, you villains out there are really, it's backfiring is what I'm trying to say.
And then somebody tried to say
just don't watch it.
Somebody recently was like, are you pinning comments because you have a fragile ego? And then I think all we did is pin that one or something.
I missed that.
I think we either pinned it or like labeled it as a top comment or something. Yeah. Someone was like, why are you pinning the comments?
Because it's funny.
And that's why. He was like, why are you pinning the comments that are criticism? And the comment that he's talking about that we pinned was just like, this sucks. That's like, it's not really criticism.
Yeah, it's just your opinion, man.
That sucks is not officially, like, you wouldn't, like, if you were
criticism implies that, like,
it takes many forms.
Like, that you're being critical about it, right? There's no, like, critical thinking and saying, this sucks. You're just a grognard who needed to, like, swipe right or whatever the direction is left. No, party lights. Rudy! Hi, Broken Jet. Oh, yeah, clearing the queue. We saw that.
No, we didn't.
We didn't? Oh.
No, yeah, thank you.
You did talk about him clearing his queue.
Thank you, Broken Jeff. Yeah, you got to get those units out. Pushing units. Gotta push units.
Yeah. Rudy, thank you for the membership.
Thanks, Rudy.
Yeah.
I was chatting with Rudy earlier today.
Me too.
Yeah.
Rudy's such a big supporter of the channel, and he's always looking out for what we need. Like, what do you need? What can I send you? Will this fit in your studio? What does the studio look like? And I mentioned to him, like, we should just take a video of our studio and share it. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so he knows, like, here's what we're working with. And we might start, like, an Amazon wish list just so that you can see, like, well, here's what we actually need. Like, if you're interested in doing that.
I feel so weird about doing that.
It's just a wish list. No one has to do anything. Nobody has to do anything.
Yeah, this isn't a cult.
Yeah. It's fine. But, some people like supporting that way.
And to be honest with you, if your cult is making you do things you're uncomfortable with, you shouldn't
probably leave it.
You shouldn't be doing those things either.
Yeah.
You should be looking for a new cult.
You should find a new cult. I'm not going to tell you which one. I wouldn't know. We're not a cult.
We're not a cult. We can't recommend any cults.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rudy.
Thank
also
you, Rudy.
for
Always,
the super chat.
We love hanging out with you. And Rudy has switched to a new shift, so he can hang out with us more on our streams, which is nice.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll be
that's fun.
hopefully
Rudy's in our
seeing
armed
more.
service. Just tell all of our enemies
I
our
didn't.
secrets,
I said
Megan.
he moved to a new shift.
Yeah, now everybody knows. Now all the Brits
Well,
know.
somebody else took his shift, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. Anyway, Rudy says, "Good evening from Bahrain, Hobby Club."
Look, he outed himself.
I know, Rudy.
Rudy.
Gosh, this is his.
Our enemies.
Polly is in here.
Our enemies are listening.
Yeah. No duty work tomorrow and
Yay.
moving to the night shift until June.
There we go. We just talked about
hoping
it.
I can catch more
Okay.
content. Can you tell me a little about the tools the Hobby Collab teams are using to cut, clean, glue your models? Sure. Yes, of course. I'm currently using, the nippers I'm using is a pair of Nipex, which were recommended to me.
That doesn't sound real.
It doesn't. Recommended to me by Rashawn.
Okay.
Nipex are good. They're very good durable clippers. They're not high-end single blade clippers like
Yeah.
God Hands. I'm not into God Hands. I've broken a couple pairs.
And not gotten his
didn't get-
replacement.
Yeah.
Like a fool. You fool of a
Brett
toque.
Brett recommended me a single pair, a single blade clippers brand that he's been using and has kept around for a while.
Yeah.
And I do need to pick some of those up because the Nipex are good, but you do feel the difference between these and a single blade pair. So that's what I use for clipping. Meg is using the ones that come with the AK kit.
They're still doing
they're
okay,
super
and
good.
I still scrape with my scraper and file with my files,
Yeah.
and I'm okay.
We
But
use the G. We both
Yeah.
have the G, one of the GW mold line removers. Meg is the
I have
older
the OG.
one with the metal handle. I have this one with this kind of like rubberized vinyl handle.
Mm-hmm.
Both are great. I do like the Citadel mold line remover. I don't love using an X-Acto knife to cut because I cook a lot.
I don't really do that either unless I feel like I must.
The way to really get maximum control over this, and the way every hobbyist is going to admit to doing this, even though we're not supposed to, is cutting towards your thumb.
yourself, yes. And I
And-
don't want to do that.
And what I've learned is I cook a lot and I use a lot of citrus in my cooking. And even if it looks like I haven't cut myself that much, I'll be like doing stuff with food prep, and all of a sudden my thumbs start burning. I'm like, I don't like this, right? So
Yeah.
it's not awful, but it gets old. I'll be honest. So I don't like using this. Typically, what I will do, Rudy, is cut with the Nipex, single blades if I have them. At the moment, I don't. Mold line remove to the extent that I can, and then I use a lot of these sanding sticks. I love these sanding sticks. Meg
Yeah.
is using them too.
Do it too.
So we love our sanding sticks. And then the glue I like the most is the Tamiya. I've been using the Tamiya
Yeah.
extra thin quick setting, but we also have a bunch of the non-quick setting ones.
Honestly, well, this says extra thin.
You don't
I
have the
know.
quick
I
setting.
have never had an issue with,
It-
like, how much quicker is it?
A lot.
But
I think it's a lot. I don't like sitting and holding. It depends what it is, right? If it's
I
something
just
that
don't feel like I hold stuff very long.
if it's something that kind of fits in and doesn't need to be held, but if it's like a little tiny piece,
Everything needs to be held, Zach.
if it's a little tiny piece touching another little tiny piece, the quick set's nice.
I just cut my fingers at the start of the hobby session to get it out of the way. Good job, Saray. Being efficient.
Oh my god.
That's an important thing to be good at.
We're closing our poll and
Oh,
about
yeah, guys.
anything else? Is there anything else? By the way, Rudy.
Rudy.
Sorry. By the way, Rudy. Thank you for that. Meg.
thank you.
Meg Saray. Anything else you would add to that we like to use a lot to deal with hobby stuff? I'm looking at I have a little.
I need to think about it.
We have a bin
Yeah.
System, and I have my own little assemblies.
I have my own. I keep this container for my most
Yeah.
used like stuff. So if it fits in here, I like that
I'm
because
up-
I like to keep things organized.
Yeah, Brett turned me onto the original super glue brand and these little tiny
use a lot of
tubes, because the number one killer of super glue is the
think.
giant bottle, and we found out there's two ways to do it. There's the Saray
yeah.
way, where you have a giant, like Costco size tub of super glue that you travel around with, and then like this body horror, styrofoam plastic thing, and he uses sticks and stuff. Or you use these little tiny ones, and you basically like, by the time this tube is falling apart physically, you're out of super glue and you just throw it away. Or it's like 2/3 done, and you're like, well, it's whatever, you know. I do like the sanding sticks.
Whatever.
The AK kit also came with this little file, very handy. You have this guy too, Meg, right? The little file with the blue handle.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that about covers it.
Yeah, I think so. Is there a way to like sharpen your clippers? Does anybody ever do that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. All right, we're going to end this poll. The poll had nothing to do with anything we've been talking about. Now
Except
for something
spears.
completely different. Spearhead. I asked, speaking of spears, asparagus. Can you smell asparagus pea or not?
That's personal.
Believe it or not,
I'm surprised you didn't put none of your business.
The options were yes, yuck, which won.
Yeah, me too. Every time I have asparagus, I always forget until I go pee.
I was prompted by this because while you were gone this past week,
but asparagus?
I cooked myself asparagus. I bought a big bunch, and therefore I ate it like 3 nights in a row. And I would say that yes, yuck is also what I would vote for.
Okay.
Yes, yum came in second place. A lot of people love that asparagus pea smell.
No, they don't. They're just messing with us.
No, thankfully. And then what the F are you talking about? Tied.
Yeah. That's apparently a thing. Like if you have asparagus, your pee will smell.
Fact.
But only if you have the right genetics to smell it.
Well,
other people will smell it.
It always smells.
Yeah.
You just might not be able to
not
smell it, which
yeah.
is interesting. Yeah. It was commonly thought that it only makes certain people's pee smell, but it turns out it does actually make everyone's pee smell. Mm-hmm. It's actually fascinating if you look it up. It's super ancient. It's like really old. Like it's like about 4
asparagus?
No, well, yes, actually, but just the gene that does it is like really old. It's like before we were humans. It's like it's been around for
what does asparagus get out of that?
Years.
Why did it evolve to like change the scent of urine? Does it do it to animals too?
I don't know.
I know all these questions I have now.
I mean, we clean the litter box, so I guess we could.
Should we start feeding the cats asparagus and see what happens?
You're probably not supposed to.
Probably not.
What have you guys noticed that what food cats and dogs are allergic to or will kill them is very similar to the list of things you can't put down in a garbage disposal, which is like everything. People are like, don't give your dog a grape, it'll die.
Nobody has said it'll die. It'll make your dog sick.
I doubt it. I doubt one.
You don't doubt. You shouldn't doubt it.
Well, I
don't do it. Guys, don't feed your dogs poisonous things. Don't listen to Zach. Jeez.
I bet it depends on the dog. I bet it depends on the grape.
I'm sure like the smaller the dog is, the worse it would be for the dog.
A very big grape and a very small dog, maybe.
Yeah, not a good idea. Well, it could choke on it. There's also that.
I think, don't animals have a hard time choking?
Probably. I think so. Like, how often do you see?
Well, what makes us choke is our voice box or something.
Oh, didn't know that.
I think that it has something to do
with
it.
What a great poll.
Yeah.
Told us so much.
It did. We're going to move on from that topic to another topic. We're just, cruising through our topics today. Mm-hmm. And all the super chats, which we appreciate.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
I really missed this. I'm glad you scheduled me today, the day after I got back. I was in Austin for a week. It was super fun. Mm-hmm. I actually got to go out and do things. I checked a lot of Texas stuff off of my boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Missed you. Missed fam. So I will be in Hobby Hang pretty much all day today.
Yeah, we're in Hobby Hang a lot today. If you're new, jump in our Discord. Jump in, say hi. Feel free to hang out on mute without your camera on.
Whatever you want, guys.
Or be like Orange Justice and show us your Save Ferris-inspired hobby room. Yeah.
It's a great place to hang and get to know each other and get instant feedback, instant props.
That's right. Apparently, I can't feed dogs cyanide.
Yeah.
Wow, I think the shark himself, everything else I'm starting to clip out right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a cool kit.
Did you want to, I don't know. It's a cool kit, yeah.
It's a cool kit if you haven't seen him close. Here's just the shark.
Just the shark.
I'm starting to realize most of the other stuff I'm clipping out now, I think I'm going to keep separate for airbrushing purposes. But it's big. I've played against these more than once, and I kind of forget how long they are, actually.
It's long.
Yeah,
it's really long.
They take up a lot of real estate.
I tried watching Jaws this week, but I fell asleep after 45 minutes. I need to try again. I've never seen it.
Jaws. It's
Yeah.
not great.
It's a classic. I have been to the Universal Studios tour, so I've seen the set pieces. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool. Anyway, there you go. I'm working on Croxagore chunks still while I'm being distracted with super chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do a quick. I want to call out that what's happening this Wednesday, really quick.
Oh yes, yeah,
While
yeah.
we have a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
This Wednesday is going to be super fun. It's going to be me and Angela from Hobby Night. If you guys have not seen Hobby Night's channel before, you should go. Please take a look. Go give it some love. Tell her Hobby Collab sent you.
Yep.
But we're gonna party. We're gonna do something Star Wars related because Angela's a huge Star Wars nerd. I am not. I know very little about Star Wars. Like, I've seen the movies. I've seen the first 3 anyway, and a couple of the other ones. But I'm not like a super fan. I don't know the lore the way super fans do. So we'll talk a lot about that, and we're gonna have a ton of fun. I'm very excited for her to be here. Met her at Maelstrom Mixer, and she's a super cool lady.
She's very fun
Love
to hang
her,
out.
yeah.
Very fun to hang out with. Honestly, yeah.
Easy to talk to.
Very easy to talk to.
Yeah.
She's local to us, which is obviously why. And
Yeah.
super fun. We're looking forward to doing more with her.
Yes.
Definitely.
I'm super excited.
Okay. Oh, I know what I want to talk about next.
Okay, do it.
So yeah, I picked up this Deepkin Vanguard box because I do want to kind of as my last Sigmar army for a little while, at least for the foreseeable future. I think I'm between armies I'm interested in. I'm kind of running out of steam, and then also other people are playing different armies, so. I don't see me taking up another army in a while here for Sigmar, and none of the new armies that are threatening to come out, like Chaos Dwarves or Umbraneth, really interest me.
Sure.
So
that's fine.
That's
the
great.
Dwarves are first array anyway.
Right. And Steven will want to do the Umbraneth, so
Perfect.
it's totally. And I'm not interested in either of them. I already have the real Umbraneth, which are Daughters of Cain. Shots fired. Anyway. Yeah, so I've been wanting to do a Deepkin army. The playstyle is, like I said earlier, I borrowed an army for a while, and I've played a bunch of games with them. Their playstyle is
Better tweezers, Rudy. There you go. These suck.
the AK tweezers aren't great. Yeah.
Terrible.
The playstyle is pretty unforgiving for a Deepkin. It's high risk, high reward army. And so knowing that is helpful. I think it's a horrible army for anyone's first Sigmar army, based on playing. Based on lore and based on models, if you think they're cool, then go for it. But I will say, if you're just getting into Sigmar and you pick Deepkin as your starting army, I think you're gonna have
a hard time.
You're gonna have a hard time. Like I said, Steven literally sold off his army. They're pretty weird. One interesting thing about them is it's really a timing army, at least in the current rules iteration. Meaning you're waiting for particular times of the game to be good or have particular advantages.
Right.
Which is very unique. Most armies are a little bit more about geography, meaning I want this unit here next to this character and this unit off to the side. My Nighthaunt example of this. I want my Dread Scytheridans here. I want my crossbows here to shoot, to wound. Then I want my Dread Scytheridans to come in, and I want this buff from the Spirit Torment and this buff from the Guardian Souls. And that's that.
It does seem like a very particular army.
Yeah.
Like you have to think really, really be strategically strong.
Deepkin, you have to
plan out
correctly.
correctly.
Which won't bode great for me, but still it'll be fun.
I wouldn't want to play it
It'll be fun. I don't consider myself strategically strong, but I would say that I'm up for the challenge. So, and like I said, I've played them before, and you do learn. It is not an army you pick up and do well with early on. I think it is probably the hardest army to play in Sigmar.
Really?
Quite honestly. Yeah, I think Steven and I have talked about it and agreed that it's a very hard army to play.
If Steven says, okay.
I mean, yeah.
No, I'm serious.
I mean, yeah.
He's not funny, but he knows his AOS.
He's not funny at all, but he knows his AOS. So yeah, I would say I'm looking forward to it. Okay, sorry. I wanted to jump into something else here, but I realize I'm like, what am I doing with this guy right now?
Who even are you?
What is happening? Oh, okay. I need to find a different leg. So, now I get to start painting a new army. I'm going to take my time on this one a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try some cool things that I haven't done before, or at least done successfully before. I'd like to actually base my Deepkin off of a river vibe as opposed to an ocean vibe. And by river, I kind of mean more like estuaries and rivers and bays, sort of. I'm originally from Maryland, and I grew up next to the Chesapeake Bay. And the Chesapeake Bay is absolutely teeming with life. It's very rivery, very lots of estuaries, big estuary network. So I want to base all of my... Actually, I'm going to start... Well, I'll start with this guy. I want to base all of my my sea creatures off of sea creatures that are visible in the Chesapeake Bay. And I'm going to have a bit of a hobby challenge in doing this. So the Achillean King is not quite on a seahorse, but I would describe the thing he's riding as being maybe most closely related to a seahorse. This is the lined seahorse. It's also sometimes called the northern seahorse. It is the northernmost living seahorse. And it is in the Chesapeake Bay. Now, I picked here for my inspiration all sketches. There's this kind of interesting thing that happens in the natural world. This is why, if you've ever wondered, why did Audubon's sketches, why were they so useful so long after cameras became a thing? It's sort of interesting. In like the birding world, which I used to work in. I used to work in the birding world like
true.
15, 14 years ago. And in the animal identification world in general, which, like I said, I was fortunate enough to have a job at an estuary center in Maryland. What you come to find out is that...
Anita Sea Light. Look it up.
Anita Sea Light Estuary Center. You come to find out that it's actually inconvenient and a bad idea to use photography to identify things like fish and birds, especially, because they have so many different variations in their patterns. And so a good drawing of a bird or a good drawing of a fish or a seahorse or anything oftentimes sort of takes an amalgamation of the realities and presents you with like a textbook, for lack of a better word, example of the bird. So if I just go out and take a picture of, say, a blue jay, that blue jay might have some variations on it that when you go and then read the description, you're like, well, I don't really know that, the bird I'm looking at doesn't have that one color that this blue jay has. So that's why I've picked these. This is the lined seahorse.
Yeah.
And
so cute.
Yeah. And I want to kind of talk about some, and actually pick brains of people in the hobby community about what challenges I'll actually have here. And right out of the gate, I think you guys have seen some... Deepkin is an army that people paint in a lot of awesome, vibrant colors. But river animals...
You're going with river.
River animals
which is
and
famously not
vibrant.
Maybe
everything's
rainbow trout, but barely.
Brown and tans. So I need to pull fascinating colors out of these. And
Yeah. I mean, because I was talking to you about this earlier, like, you can see that they're all pretty neutral colors, but you can also see little hints of, like, Roy G. Biv type color, right? Hues going on.
Yeah.
Here. And I see, like, green coming through, like, in some of these shadowy areas. So I'd take that green and just, like, bump the green up. Like...
Yellow and green are...
Exaggerate, find the color in each scheme you're going for and just push it. Like, it doesn't have to be fully accurate.
The three kind of...
Be cool
the three, I'll say, and that was great advice. I think the three kind of four colors you see in a lot of river creatures hidden like this, under browns and tans, which are kind of the main palette, are greens, yellows, pinks, and sometimes purples. If you look carefully brown, there's a lot of purple in them sometimes. If you look at the tans or the whites, oftentimes there's like a little bit of pink hidden in them. So I think that's sort of what I'm going to be on the hook for. So this lined seahorse is the deep mare. That's what the Achillean King rides a creature called a deep mare. And that's the goal for him. Now
that'll be pretty.
Next,
I hope you do the striping and stuff too.
Next, we have the bog turtle.
So cute. Perfect. He's got orange right there on his
right.
neck. You could probably just add it to the other places.
And
too.
again, I will look at
Subtle.
actual photography of these and see the variations.
Yeah.
And if I see a variation that has a particular color pulled out more, it gives me even more, not permission to do it, but it makes it gives me ideas from the natural world. The bog turtle.
Since that's what you're going for.
Right. The bog turtle is the turtle I picked. There's a lot of turtles in Maryland, unlike seahorses. The bog turtle is not actually a sea turtle, but it does live in bogs and estuaries.
Shocked.
And swamps.
The bog turtle lives
Yeah.
in bogs.
It's actually a really, really small turtle. To be honest with you, like the adults get to be like this big.
Cute.
It's a tiny little turtle. Critically endangered.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Most of these animals are somewhat endangered, actually, unfortunately.
Oh.
Sad. Yeah. So anyway,
Right.
the bog turtle. This is what I'll do my Leviathan. That's the giant turtle with the guys riding in the back of it. To be honest with you, of all the different units in the Deepkin army, the Leviathan and the Eidolons. The Eidolons are the guys riding who have like those water capes.
Yeah.
Are the two least interesting to me.
Oh.
I will
I like the
absolutely.
water
I will. The water capes are cool.
Yeah.
I will and to do river water will be kind of fun.
All murky.
I will absolutely do both a one Leviathan at least, and there's two Eidolons. It builds two different kits. I'll probably get one of each down the road, but they're not initial
Down the road.
targets for me. Yeah.
Thanks, Polly. Seahorses aren't brown. Just want to call that out. Thank you for the party
yeah.
lights. Yeah.
I guess that's
It's true.
a take.
I saw a lot of green in there.
Yeah, greens, yellows.
Yellow. Not brown though.
Okay, moving on to the guy I'm getting to today. Look how derpy this little guy looks. Look at his little face.
I'm really excited for you to, side note, like paint this because you're a guy who's like, I need vibrant colors. Like I want my army to be vibrant on the table. And this is a color scheme that does not support that. Like you're gonna, I wonder how you'll struggle with it.
Yeah,
Persevere.
Well, there's
through your choices.
There's two things that are going to help it. One is that, like we've been talking about, and Saul brought this up here. He says you can push into the burnt oranges and yellow greens. Is pulling out for this shark right here, the spiny dogfish shark. You'll notice that in between the white and the brown, where his belly goes to his dorsal.
Where it transitions.
Sorry, not his dorsal. His sides there. You'll notice that there's like almost a little bit of pink, and you can see it better in some of the photography. So I'm kind of excited to bring out that pink, where it goes from like, this off-white, a little stripe of pink, fuzzy stripe of subtle pink, and I might just pull that out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm also excited to do his spots. The spiny dogfish shark has spots all over him.
Yeah.
And again, the tip fins, I think I'll probably pull out a purple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take those extremities and or like little highlights and kind of add the color in there subtly.
The second part is that all these things have riders. And riders are interesting. We'll talk in a second about the actual Deepkin themselves and the colors I think I'm going to go with for them. But yeah, so this is the Apelex, or whatever. What are these called? Achelian Alopex. Yeah, that's sort of the color scheme for the shark that I would like to do. And the shark is maybe my favorite unit in this army. And regardless of how good they are in 4th, I'm hoping to have probably at least like 6 in my army.
Yeah.
Because they're super fun. Okay, last animal. One thing that so the shark comes in the Vanguard. Also, the eels come in the Vanguard. I also picked up a old Start Collecting box, which has more eels.
Even more eels.
Yeah, the eels are cool.
This is cool. Like, I see some, like, electric yellows coming through
A
on
lot
the belly.
of yellows, a lot of greens.
Like, really dark on the top, and then just, like, this electric belly kind of thing happening.
So you'll see that it's nice. There will be some unified themes amongst the animals. A lot of yellow, greens, and browns, and tans, and whites, and some pinks and purples. It's I'm kind of looking forward.
I like that. Like, the unifying color scheme is going to be the neutrals, but where you have fun is with whatever fun color you decide to pull out per unit.
Now, as far as
cool looking army.
As far as the armor and skin on the actual Deepkin themselves, their armor I'm thinking of doing like a red, kind of like a soft red, like a muted red, and then some accents of yellow. And their skin, I'm either going to do white, which is pretty normal. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do is white. And I kind of want to do that. That's sort of the reason I want those colors is I think the red armor all over the place and the red cloth and stuff will look good with these colors. But also it's cool. It's like the Maryland flag colors, so that's kind of fun. Red, yellow, black, and white.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be cool.
Oh my gosh. I know. You should do Maryland flag inspired like banners and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be funny.
Yeah, like the checker.
They kind of,
do some
do
checkers.
they have they sort of weirdly don't have a lot of banners.
Wow.
That are cloth.
Yeah.
They have like metallic ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of excited. And then I'm going to take my time with this army. I also want to do, I got to talk to Pat C. And some other people. I also would really like to do river bases with resin pour.
Yeah.
And I've tried it before and I've had some success, but it's gonna take some practice. So
That'd
I'd like
be a
to
good stream.
Yeah,
right?
to try
Learning
that.
how to do that stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's I'm looking forward to that as kind of my summer army project.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Getting the Deepkin.
Yeah.
River-based Deepkin going.
Rudy, thanks again, Rudy. 9 months with us as a mandrill. Meg, better tweezers. I got you, fam. I use tweezers for decals. How do you use them in hobby sessions? I also subscribe to the Hobby Night YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do too.
Yeah, we do too.
So for me, what do I use tweezers for? We have cats, as you know, and a lot of times their hairs get stuck while I'm gluing, and that's usually what I'm trying to pluck out, because by the time the glue is there, it's like, cool, I don't want to get it all over my fingers. I need tweezers. And these tweezers are not for pulling hairs. They're really not. And so I could just go buy a pair, right? But I go and get the ones that I use like to pluck out my beard every morning. And those are built for
oh my God, man.
hair removal.
I don't have a beard.
Those are built for hair removal. So speaking of hair, has my hair been bothering the microphone anymore? Maybe. Let me know. Yeah, so that's a big one. And then also like sometimes I think like little shreds of the plastic as you're cleaning it will sometimes fall again into the glue or whatever because I don't see it, and so I want to pick it out. Or you get those little like plastic spirals that stick up. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like when you've shaved and they're kind of and you don't realize it until it's too late. And I'm like, shoot. So a tweezer would take care of that. I use that. I need tweezers for stuff like little things like that. What about you, Zach?
I'm like Rudy. The number one thing I use them for sure are decals.
Okay.
And the AK ones work fine for decals. You don't.
Okay, yeah.
Things don't
those
have to be too.
It's when I need to like pull something off of the plastic. I need something with like grip.
Yeah.
Right. Because of this bozo down here.
They don't have the grip.
Yeah.
Really.
But thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Rudy. Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys are members, you probably have some free membership super chats.
Yeah.
So make sure you use them.
We like them.
We like them, and we like having stuff to talk about, so we don't have to make up our own stuff to talk about with each other.
Mm-hmm. It's helpful. I mean, it's certainly probably more interesting. Sharks are rad. Yeah, I know sharks.
I'm so misunderstood.
I'm not like weirdly. I'm not like a huge shark person, or even as a kid, I wasn't like a huge shark kid. I honestly think I like how the deep can have all these different animals that they ride. Of course, like who wouldn't like that? Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, Filippo.
Filippo, hi. Good to see you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm about to use tweezers.
There we go.
I'm going to use tweezers because this guy is riding his shark, and I want to kind of dry fit his arm because I need, actually not even dry fit. I want him separate. I don't want to glue him on because for airbrushing. Mm-hmm. So here he is. But there's reins that his arm is grabbing. And so I want to glue his arm exactly where it looks like when I drop him onto the model. It looks like he'll be holding the reins.
Yeah.
So I have to hold one hand like this, and then I'm going to use the tweezers to put the arm in the socket. Yeah. I were you like a shark person? I know you're a dinosaur kid.
I mean, I didn't not like sharks.
Same, but a lot of people are like
animals.
A lot of people are like really.
But no, I'm not like, oh, Shark Week. And Sharknado's like funny as a funny movie, but I'm not like, oh, it's a shark movie. Jaws, obviously I haven't even seen it. Like, no, I'm not obsessed with sharks.
Okay.
But they're cool.
Me either.
Yeah.
I wasn't like obsessed with
I
sharks.
like dolphins. Of
Yeah.
course. Who doesn't?
Yeah, as a kid, my like cool animal of choice was probably different big cats.
Cool animal. I didn't think about it that way. I just like dolphins and unicorns. Pretty cliche. Because I liked them. And horses. Cliche.
Yeah.
Cool animal of choice. I don't know if that was a thing that I thought. But I like dinosaurs. And unicorns and dolphins.
I think the Deepkin have really cool lore though, which is that they were after elves were all the elf souls were captured by Slaanesh when the world that was changed to the Age of Sigmar, and basically and if I get a piece wrong here, someone who's like a lore person, let me know. I'm kind of paraphrasing as well, but basically when the elf pantheon, which was Teclis, his brother, and Marathi, and I want to say Alariel, like jailbroke all of the elves out of Slaanesh and kind of imprisoned him. Teclis took like the souls of the elves and tried to make new elves, but the ones that he used or something from Slaanesh were like missing and didn't have souls or something, and so he creates soulless elves.
Sad.
And they're not like fully formed. That none of them have faces or eyes. They're all, if you look at I don't know if you saw up close, you can see they don't actually have. They have places where eyes would go, but they're like just pits.
I like that.
Yeah. They're like kind of they're not good guy elves. They're very like
there
creepy.
are no good guys in this freaking game.
Lumineth are
My
pretty.
goodness.
I mean, Lumineth have good guy elf vibes for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Were you a dinosaur kid? A YouTube user? Yes. I collected Jurassic Park toys in middle school.
Yeah.
I got straight A's in middle school, and my reward was a Tyrannosaurus Rex that like stomps and has dino damage.
Yeah.
I definitely love dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I have talked about the different dinosaur Jurassic Park toys that we had.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so the cool thing about the Deepkin is that that's like their motivation is finding souls and stealing souls from things that have souls. And it kind of puts them at odds with the other order factions because that tends to be who they steal from. Because like they're not super interested in, for example, a Skaven soul, but they want like human and elf and dwarf souls mostly, like nice souls. And then the other cool thing, a lot of people are like, well, why are these like sharks up on land and stuff?
Yeah.
But whenever you fight them, what's actually happening?
They're bringing in the tide.
They bring in the tides with them, and that
so cool.
that has rules, and that's the timing thing because there's low tide and high tide. There's different tide rules.
Are all like the grognards gonna be out to get you because it's not actually technically a tide that you're bringing with you? It's some river water.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Zach's not following.
Well, it's also estuary, like I said. Estuaries have tides.
Okay, there you go. You did it.
Yeah, I defeated the grognards
Yeah.
before they struck.
F you, grognards.
Yeah, F you guys. And they have like cool rules because they don't have souls. This is my favorite Deepkin rule. Because they don't have souls, you kind of forget that they exist, I guess. That's like something that happens in
So they're
Sigmar.
murdering you, I guess.
And so you can only shoot, the current rule they have is you can only shoot the closest Deepkin unit in the shooting phase.
Oh,
like because
every turn or just
every turn.
Okay.
You can only shoot whoever's
Oh.
closest because essentially you've forgotten that the rest of them are there, which is kind of cool.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
I would not forget.
Yeah.
But okay.
Well, they're
I
like easy to forget. It's like
magic
it's
or
hard. There's like
something.
they have like this
Some
magic
weird-
thing where it's like it's hard to remember that they even exist. because Teclis was such a jerk to him. Oh yeah. So anyway, once Teclis made these reject elves, he was like, "Ooh, I don't like them," and they kind of found out he didn't like them, and they were pretty sure he's going to kill all of them. So they all fled, and they like live in the ocean now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we do have a couple of super
Yes.
chats. Ty, did y'all watch the exhibition game last night? We didn't. Like I said, I just got back yesterday.
Yeah.
And Zach and I haven't seen each other in a week, so we were hanging out.
Yeah, we kept it chill and hung out.
Yeah.
We did not. I did not watch it. I plan to watch it some point
Yeah, we'll probably
this
watch
week.
it.
Was it any good, Ty? Thoughts?
Yeah.
The Spearhead game was a little bit of a mess. The stream, yeah.
Oh, that's what I heard. That's what you were telling me, that
Yeah.
it was just
So
sort of like embarrassing.
Wait,
was Matt Rose okay, though? How's Matt Rose?
Matt Rose was dressed as a ref.
Oh.
And
did he look disappointed?
Did
he look visibly disappointed on stream at how poorly it was going?
He was going to kill them, yeah.
Did he look like that?
That's what Filippo said. Yeah, he looked like maybe he was thinking about killing people.
No, Matt Rose, we're sorry. Listen,
Yeah, I
we
know.
still love it. We will play it.
We were
It's not
playing
your
right.
fault.
Yeah. Much smoother stream, much
add us
better.
to the-
Okay,
add us
good.
to the list.
Well, and so yeah, they had two professional wrestlers playing. I think that the two wrestlers did a good job, actually.
Wait, what? They had two wrestlers?
I feel
Wait.
like we've told you this. I was telling you about
Why? Listen.
just for fun.
I was out of it yesterday.
Just for fun, they had. I was telling
Okay.
you on the phone.
Okay.
When you were in
When I
Phoenix.
was at...
I think you're in Phoenix.
when I was in my layover?
I think so.
But I didn't talk to you during my layover on the way home.
Then I don't know.
It must have been in the car. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, anyway.
Wrestlers. That's funny.
Yeah.
So maybe they're regretting that decision now.
Well, no, I think the wrestlers did a good job.
Oh,
I-
okay.
Yeah, the wrestlers are known fans. It's not. Yeah, they didn't
Got
just
it.
plug. They're
like,
two.
here's some random wrestlers who don't know any of the rules.
No.
They don't know what Warhammer is.
No,
it.
those
Okay.
guys were great. I think that was a fine part of it.
Okay,
I think
cool.
I think it probably did raise eyebrows initially, but I personally thought it was cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty evident that early on they did not have the ability to get into the players' mics. They waited way too long to do that. And it made
Okay.
it seem that it was probably a mistake, that it was something their mics weren't working, or
I see.
something was up with their audio.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, we've had issues.
We've had to
every-
pretend like we did
yeah,
some overlay on purpose because we're fixing something.
all that
behind the scenes.
all that kind of stuff happens, right? So, yeah, audio not working right out of the gate, I will say is
Look at everyone freaking out at me like, God, I didn't know. Sorry.
yeah, audio right out of the gate is something I will say is having that right out of the gate and not being on mute. Watch, I'll say this and then we're gonna do it like tomorrow's stream or something. But it is something that you absolutely, it's just requires some testing.
Did Matt Rose do this at all? Like where he
No.
hides the camera and he's like,
No.
listen,
No.
you bozos.
Yeah, no, you didn't do that. We'll fix this on VOD.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It was just a little sloppy. I think the
Okay.
setup right out of the gate wasn't great. And that's the part that I would say, as somebody who does live streams and stuff, that's the part right out of the gate that I would say, yeah, they must have run out of time. They must have not been able to get in there to test.
Been there.
We've been there, yeah. But certainly they were all things that could have been tested and checked, and the spacing was weird. Just the set was weird.
Well, I mean, it's Games
the
Workshop.
cinematography.
I can see why you'd be upset because it's Games Workshop and they have resources
You'd think they
to do all
would.
this stuff. Come on, guys, don't be losers.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
we can do this.
Yeah,
We're bozos.
yeah. I think, who knows?
I hear you. Okay.
So yeah, but I'm glad to hear that the
But yeah, should we check it out? Is it worth checking out? Like
Ty says that the other one was
we
better.
could like scrub it.
yeah,
Catch a couple of moments. Yeah.
yeah. I definitely.
I want to see the wrestlers though.
Oh, the Spearhead one.
I
you're
like.
saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see that one.
Yeah, we can
Were
check
they
it.
dressed up like in their wrestling outfits?
No, they had like they had. It's hard to. They were dressed appropriately. Yeah.
Speaking of which, this Wednesday, we're doing Star Wars, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any Star Wars clothing to wear.
Yeah, we don't
What a bummer.
really do Star Wars.
I gotta figure something out.
Okay.
Should I just wear a shirt with stars on it? Like, I have a Star Wars. All right, we have a couple of super chats.
Yeah, we've got this one from Captain Mannering. Thanks, Ty, and thanks for the information. Yeah, I plan on checking it out. Captain Mannering says, amazing hobby, friendos. Hope you're doing well. New edition hype, but dang, that Necromunda box and Horse Heresy Mechanicus. Have these elves used acid eyes? Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they've been acid-eyed, I guess. Listen, I agree. Saray and I did the reveal show yesterday. We were covering it. And we were both blown away. But yeah, that Necromunda box and that Necromunda trailer, wow. Only the AOS like full animation trailer has been more hot than that one. That Necromunda trailer was good. And that artwork they reveal. Oh yeah, I haven't shown you this, Meg.
No, dude, I haven't seen any of this stuff.
I know you haven't. I know you're not a Necromunda person. Like none of us really here are playing Necromunda. It's set in the Warhammer 41st universe. In a city called Necromunda. That's in the Imperium, and it's basically like their gang wars.
Oh, fun.
Okay, yeah. And it's all humans, mostly. Until now, well, there's been some other ones before. And what they have released now that's super cool is Genestealer Cult Army. But it's really cool. Let me pull this up. Where is the Necromunda preview? Yeah, here we go. Here, we'll go to our browser view. And it's really cool. They were talking, so yeah, here are the new Necromunda guys. There's 2 factions. One is like a coalition of these guys are called Spire Hunters.
Look at the little Cupid.
Yeah, and these guys like are hunting these Genestealer cults.
I would paint little hearts on his wings.
And yeah, they're also allied with the Van Sar, who are like the technologically advanced.
That's cool.
Who, if I played, I think
I like the way they're
seemed the
painted.
coolest. Yeah. So here are the Spires and the Van Sar. The Van Sar are like super old and have cancer,
Oh, sad.
and they're like always like trying to find new technologies to extend their life.
Defeat cancer.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of their lore.
God, we're still trying to defeat cancer 30,000 years into the future.
So here they are. There's the Van Sar. Okay, now.
Oh, there we go.
So
that's what I want.
This is so cool. What they said about these guys, the design team was like, literally that they sent the Genestealer infestation, and the Genestealers, like, a series of things happened, and the Genestealers got really corrupted. To the point where these Genestealers are sending out a signal to the Hive Fleet. They're like, hey, here's a planet to come eat, right? And the Hive Fleet is like, all the Tyranids. The way Genestealer cults work normally is they like go to a planet, take it over, and like they tell Tyranids, hey, we're ready to come take things over and like wipe out the planet and eat it, right?
So go do that.
So come here and wipe out the planet. These Genestealers are so messed up and screwed up that they're sending a message to the Tyranids saying like, hey, come wipe out the planet. And the Tyranids are like, no thanks, we're not going there because of how messed up these guys got.
Oh,
so,
they're like, we don't want to look like those
Yeah,
guys.
the Tyranids like, we don't want to eat this biomass. Whatever
we don't
happened.
Like that bio.
Right.
Nonsense.
And I mean, it all kind of ties in. Like the Van Sar had this cancer going on, so the planet's like not healthy.
Those are so cool.
But they're supposed to look way more less symmetrical. Tyranids are very symmetrical, right? If you look at a Tyranid, it's an insect, so it's symmetrical. They said they designed these guys to not look symmetrical because they wanted to show how messed up. They're like screwed up Tyranids, basically.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're really.
I'm like, I want to adopt them. It's like, people adopt these like cats and dogs with like weird little like mutant things that they should not be breeding into the breed, like stumpy legs and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I want to adopt all these.
Well, that's what Tyranids are like. Yeah, we're not going to continue
They're like
this.
the pugs of the universe.
Yeah, you guys stay on the planet and just die out. We're not coming to eat you anytime soon.
Everyone knows how I feel about pugs and corgis.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these are so cute. I love them. Those are cool. Can we get some?
Sure. Yeah, Captain Mannering.
I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but...
I don't exactly remember what they said caused the mutations. I know there was like a patriarch who, like a Genestealer patriarch who like got mutated or like different things that happened. They talk about it in the video.
There's cat hair everywhere, and I can't wipe it on anything.
Here, do you want to get your rag?
No, there's my cat hair on it.
No,
Maybe my arm.
We just cleaned the rag. I can get you a rag. Anyway, yeah, they look pretty cool, right?
Yeah, they're great. Okay, I like it. I like it. Oh,
You
hi.
can see
This is
some
a
of the
dirty
cat hair.
table. Well, here's where I'm at so far. It's kind of exciting, right? We didn't really talk about my inspiration. I'm still working it out in my head. But obviously you guys know I'm making a crazy, like, rainbow colored Seraphon army. So, like I said, each one will probably be a different color. I'm looking at Dyson Demons. I love her stuff. On Instagram, Dyson Demons. She
Okay.
does all this, everything she does is like rainbow. Rainbow everything, just colors, bright colors. And so I'm going to look at her stuff. I'm also going to look into, I don't know if you guys have read this comic or seen this comic at all. It's called The Age of Reptiles, and it's by Ricardo Delgado. Came out in the 90s, maybe
Okay.
early 2000s, one of those. I had these comic books and I was gonna like reread them. It just tells us these amazing dinosaur stories where like there's no words. It's just comic book panels of dinosaur action.
Dinosaurs weren't reptiles.
That's okay.
I'm just kidding.
I know,
some were.
but
some
like
were.
it's fine.
no,
Like
I know. I'm
our
being,
knowledge of dinosaurs
actually-
changes all the time, so it's fair. And he had the coolest dinosaur designs. Like some of the dinosaurs just had like really cool patternings. So I want to look into that. I highly recommend if you can somehow get your hands on these comics, do it. They're I don't know if they must be out of print because I could only find them on Amazon and eBay for like at no less than twice what they were originally sold for. Some more, some in the hundreds. But love it. And I'll share some stuff when I get into the paint scheme for this group of stuff that I'm doing now. There we go. But yeah, that's me.
Hey, we've got one more thing to do today. Last
we
but not
really?
least, certainly, of
Are
course.
we almost at the end?
Yeah, we have 10 minutes
That was
left.
so... What? Oh my god. That went super fast.
Last but not least, fan
guys.
stuff.
Fan stuff. You did it. You made stuff.
Yeah, so let me pull up our folder. This was...
I did try to keep an eye on this. I always like seeing stuff people are working on.
Yeah.
So, hopefully I recognize some of this stuff. But like I said, I've been gone.
I think that this is Jupiter. Let me just pull it up real quick. Okay, yeah, this is Jupiter, right?
Okay, cool.
So,
I was gonna say Jupiter has a lot of cool shots of like entire boards and stuff.
it's nice to
that he's
see
working
all
on,
this. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Seeing like all of his orcs here, and this display board.
So cool.
He had a bunch of shots in the Discord. If you're in our Discord, check it out. He has like close-ups of what's going
And if
on.
you're not in the Discord, make sure you join because it's a lot of fun and you can see more of these cool pictures.
Pictures like this, very true. Pictures like this are always sort of like, I typically grab the whole thing for like the impressiveness of it, but to actually get in good and kind of see the details, you got to go in the Discord and check. He had some close-ups. Really cool, super cool stuff. Jupiter. Okay, next is this was DJ. I forget that's like his
Trogdor the Burninator. This I saw and I went wild. I was like, what? That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love this.
He wanted to try some freehand, and I think
what
like
a good choice.
He went with this like more, kind of like this like clever, cute cartoon style.
I love it.
Which is probably like this isn't a discredit to him. It's probably a little easier to like do this than like realism.
Do you know? Do you know who this is? Do you know who Trogdor is?
No, what is it from?
You guys, hit that clean button.
Okay.
We got to talk about Trogdor.
I'm gonna know when you start to tell me.
You guys, Homestar Runner. Did you ever watch that cartoon Homestar Runner?
Yes,
There was a segment on Homestar Runner. This is like college for me. Early college. Loved it. So nostalgic. Homestar Runner is just early Flash. Like these dudes made Flash cartoons weekly, and you'd sit and wait for your cartoon, like for the new cartoon, so you could watch it. And there was this character, Strong Bad, and he'd answer fan mail.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what the actual fan mail was, to be honest, but I think it had to do with drawing. and he showed how to draw a dragon. And then
that-
it turns into a dragon man. And then he has a song about it, and it's Trogdor, and he burninates the countryside.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe this
I
guy
do.
didn't
I
know
do
Trogdor.
remember it. I do
right.
remember it. Yeah.
Shame him. Okay.
I'm not getting a lot of people telling me how shocked they are that I don't know this somewhat obscure
I know.
thing.
It's not obscure. It's a millennial thing, guys. All right, let's get back to our fan stuff. I just needed to show my shocked face.
Some very early internet content
Yeah.
back then. Yes, cool stuff. Okay, but otherwise,
Love it.
Yeah, DJ looking good.
Yeah, thanks for sharing it.
Okay, Chris likes to paint. We looked at this Tyranid.
I did see this.
Yeah, we looked at this Tyranid last week,
so
not
cool.
under a black light. Here it is under a black light.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Like, if I had this army like this, I would force my opponent to play with me in a black light. And they'd be like, but I can't see my army. And I'd be like, too bad. This is about me.
Go to hell, nerd.
Yeah. This is all about me right now.
Suck
this
it,
is
nerd.
so cool. Oh, man. Look how beautiful it looks transparent, the way it's been painted. Like the spots on the wings and like the glow kind of coming through. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
Damn it. All right.
He does some cool stuff.
Get this out of my face. It's
Yeah,
too good.
nice work, Chris.
I love
We
it.
did there.
So good.
You can also see pictures of it not under the black light.
Yeah.
It actually looks honestly very cool that way as well.
I'm excited, Chris. Please play a game with this army with a black light and share some action shots.
Also super cool. These are from Andy B.
Andy B.
Yeah, I like this color. And on the snow bases,
cute,
the little Votan. Yeah,
Look at
really
they're
nice.
so shrimpy.
I like the brown and white. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see more of this. I'm excited to see like the large vehicles that these guys have. These guys have some huge vehicles. Mm-hmm. So kind of interesting to see how they'll look with this color scheme. Nice work, Andy.
Yeah.
And then we've
Those are
got
cute.
also here. This is Roshan. This is Roshan. Roshan has started posting like 1 billion pictures of his 40k orcs and all of his
I saw that.
homemade stuff he makes. He sculpts a lot. He does a lot of like found object stuff.
Roshan is like a true artist. He's like, I want to start from
scratch basically.
Yeah.
Are these tiles in front old square bases
Oh,
on the ground? They kind of look like
clever.
it. Yeah.
If they are.
Yeah, it's actually a very good use for those.
Yeah.
Since Old World is, not something everyone's playing, but a lot of us do have square bases laying around from the eons past. Yeah, really nice work. Nice. Again, a million pictures. I had to pick one. This is the one I picked.
Take a look.
Yeah, a lot of his pictures that he has are just like swaths of 80 orcs he's painted, and I'm kind of like, yeah, like it's impressive, but you can't really like see what's going on. And meanwhile, all these guys are very converted.
Yeah.
And very orky. So like you can see this
Right.
guy, right? Like so when you just see all 80, you can't really see that, but the impressiveness is cool. Okay, then we've got this work in
this is
project
whip.
molecule
Molecule,
painting
sorry.
molecule, yeah, painting some gems.
Beautiful.
You know.
And he's also been glazing that blue. I have been following that glazing because I'm very inspired by. We're gonna have like an inspired by molecule Cody, and I'm gonna be like, I'm painting my Lumineth.
This guy does not live all that far from us.
I know.
We absolutely are gonna finagle him down
murder.
here.
I mean,
finagle him to come down, play his army on stream if he's up for it.
contact him and in a friendly way, borrow this army.
He has an invite. He has an open invite,
invite.
when it's open to come play.
Anytime he wants to play on stream, he's welcome to.
Yeah,
I
think
cannot wait to see this army.
I can't wait to have Molecule on stream.
Oh my gosh.
This,
Guys, we need a hashtag for Molecule to play on stream.
definitely
Please
a
start
member.
spreading it.
Definitely the first one, members only for sure.
Yeah.
While we feel it out, all of us feel out that stream.
Yeah, prepare
And then,
yourself.
we know this guy. How'd this get in here? Oh my gosh.
This is yours.
Oh.
Change it.
Oh man.
They're very cute though.
How'd that get in here? Yeah.
There's no crab claws.
No king crab. Listen, guys, this is not my best work, but I was kind of excited I wanted to show how fast and quick with an airbrush and inks you could crank out a Battletech army. Literally, these guys were gray when Megan left for Austin.
Yeah.
I think last Sunday night is when I primed them and started them. Took me a little less than a week, so just a thing.
All right. Well, it's very nice.
There we go. That's it.
Yeah.
Meg was not happy with my.
It's funny, your little shout out. I mean, because I made a meme this week, and I was like, I'm not going to include my own meme. That's lame. And I was like, and then I showed it to this guy, and he's like, I don't get it.
Nobody got it. There were no.
That's not true.
There were no reactions.
There
to
were
that meme.
2 reactions to it.
2 question marks.
No, somebody put a Shrek making a happy face, kind of, right?
Why didn't I get it?
I don't know. I guess you just don't appreciate 2001: Space Odyssey enough. That really bummed me out, though, man. We're married. You have to laugh at all my jokes. That's the rules.
I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Sorry. Haha. About the meme.
Oh my God, Hal, you jerk.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
hey,
Wait a minute.
we did it.
Well, we didn't do it. We have one more reason to join our Discord. We have a monthly challenge that
Oh,
happens.
yes, yeah.
Every time we do fan stuff, I like to point this out, guys. We have a monthly channel in our Discord. Every month there's a new theme, and it's very easy to submit to the theme. Help me out here, Zach. To enter, you just post your entry in any channel in our Discord with the hashtag crowing for it, and there's a reason. And that's because Soups has a crazy looking Castle and Crow mini that you will get creative control over a piece of. You get to tell him how to paint it if you win. You get a Discord title, and we send you a physical prize. And so at the end of the year, one of these 12 folks will win the whole miniature. So you can play with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or put it on a shelf. And this month's theme is power. So if you guys have not submitted yet, find a mini that will work. You can interpret this word however you want. And yeah, we're excited to see what you guys have for us.
Yeah.
Join the Discord.
We've had some cool winners so far. Filippo was in the chat earlier. He won our first one. Mad Dog, Laura. Madman, Laura.
Teeny tiny victories.
And
who else have we had this so far?
Timbit.
Timbit, that's right.
Yeah, Timbit's prize only, I did finally get it out to him.
There we go.
It was, the prize that I want to send was actually out of stock because of how awesome it was.
Oh.
So I waited a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, Meg, we did it. How far did you get? So Crocsgore's hard, right?
It's not hard. It's just, it's a lot. And we were talking a lot, and it's that kind of thing. Yeah. It's fine. I have his arms. Let's see. One arm. So that includes his weapon, and then his head left.
Okay.
So I'm almost done with one. I think you could probably do one in an hour if you were focused, not gabbing and hanging out.
I'm not gabbing and screwing around.
But it's more enjoyable this way.
Yeah.
Too
much. What is it? Too much messing around.
Too much effing around.
Too much.
Way
effing
too
around.
much. Way too much effing around. You have to say it like that. Not way too much. Way too much effing around.
Way too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys don't get it, you got to join our Discord so that you get all the inside jokes. Or you can just go ahead and read the comments on our shorts, because they can be pretty mean, and we like to make fun of them. Yeah. Cool. Well, before we say thank you to our mandrels, I do want to remind that we have a mandrel workshop coming up.
Yes.
In our Discord.
Yeah.
So not intro. That would be bad.
I know it's not intro. No, it's promo big.
Yeah.
There we go.
That works. Devin is going to be doing another mandrel workshop on the 19th. What day is it today? I don't even know what day it is.
It's pretty close to the 19th.
It's very close.
It's actually the 19th.
Today's the 19th.
Today's the 19th. That's today.
It's
That's
happening
actually
today,
happening
you
today.
guys.
That's today.
That's how long I've been gone.
Yeah, that's a little late for UK folks. We know.
We will record it.
We do what times we can with Devin.
We are a little slow to get our recordings up, but they do come. You do get the recording. So if you're going to miss it, you're going to miss it. But those of you that aren't going to miss it, we're excited to see you there tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We're doing basing. So yeah, let's say thanks again to everybody and to our mandrels.
Yeah, thanks mandrels, especially. There you are.
Yeah,
there's
you go.
There's all the mandrels.
And I'm so happy to be back. I will be in Hobby Hang. I think you'll be in Hobby Hang with me.
Yeah, I'm going to make us
most of today.
We're going to have some brunch
We need to eat something.
Yep.
All I've had today is a shot.
And
probably why I'm a little weird.
You had a mocha. Or no, you had a...
Oh, that's true. I had a latte.
A latte.
A latte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did I put together the wrong arm? Sounds like me. Okay.
Yeah,
anyways,
I know.
guys.
Maybe a good time to stop. All right. Thanks, everybody. As we say, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, always be creating. See you later today. Bye.